Dude, I love how like the YouTube chat, how are you both number one? Like, what a terrible, like, Jesus. Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, can I grab it in time? Oh, I almost had it. I'm kidding because it's blocked out. Ha 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 ha. Ugh. I don't even have any of these stupid LUXION favors, so I have to waste my money. Yay. So fun. Anyways. Back to the stupid LUXION grind, lol. I gotta try and actually be efficient this time. And go through the multiple portals or whatever. At least we got to get 5 out of the way really quick. Yeah, it's stupid because it's literally like you know how in Discord we have things that give people rank, but also we had to work really hard at anti-spam. Well, YouTube just put in spam, basically. Spam rewards. Out of all the things that YouTube could have stolen from Twitch, man. Can we please have proper ranking that's across the entire channel so that people actually get rewarded for long term? Thank you, YouTube. Long term viewership. Yeah, I'll just spend all these. I don't care. What's the one that I have the most of? Sure. Hello? Why is the quest not done? I literally just crafted 15 items. It lied. Okay. But yeah, out of all the things that they could have stolen from YouTube, why didn't they take Twitch drops? That would have actually been nice. Hey, Shiro. You're gonna give me some flux? Okay, dude. Hell yeah. I need it after the stupid LUXION trials. Oh, right. I didn't get my speed buff. Where's my origin portal? Oh, there it is. I need it. So the funny thing I will say is the weird XP thing is not what is it like? It doesn't like reward you for spam, so I assume it's on like a light cooldown or something. But it also seems to refresh every few minutes. It's got to do with like something to do with the most recent person, you know? Like it's stupid. It's really stupid. I thought when I first saw it, I got really excited because I thought it was the idea that I pitched to YouTube 10 years ago. Because I used to have, you know, back when YouTube actually had like partner support and was trying to push this platform in a good direction. And I remember having a conversation with one of them, basically someone who worked at YouTube, and telling them like, oh, it would be really cool if you had like XP across the board for a channel so that people would actually get rewarded for their longevity and support, you know? It would also push people actually, you know, maybe like 10,000 hours watch time, get an achievement or something. Just vanity, just a little badge. Nothing too crazy. Something that YouTube could distribute so that we didn't have to, you know, have hundreds of individual things. But no, let's not do that. Instead, we'll just rip off the Twitch viewership badge thing, but not have any actual rewards tied to it. That's cool. Anyways, hey G-Man. Hey Leb. I need help gain Starfire shooter costume for Shadowhunter. I don't know how to get Starfire fragments. Okay. Are you listening? Because this is like a really good tip for Starfire fragments. Don't. I'm not joking. It is genuinely the worst item to get in the entire game. Also, just a side note here, you know, there's a lot of things I'll complain about with this LUXION thing. Like a lot. Why do I gotta keep coming back to this idiot? Why can't the quest just naturally progress? And then when you get to the end, it just has LUXION pop up on your screen and go, would you like to go to the next biome or not? I guess because that would, yeah, I guess that wouldn't work because that would have meant that the devs would have actually tested it. Damn, dude. He's coming out shotting today. That's what the kids say, right? You guys tell me. I don't know. I haven't been a kid in ages. Yeah, okay. Jokes aside, yeah, like Spooky's saying, easiest way to get Starfire fragments is from the deep delve caches. Wait, is it really? Or are you trolling? Those boxes actually drop them? Like these? Not the pressure lock. Wait. Which boxes are you talking about? Just like the main dungeon box, like the shadow cache? Oh, okay. Yeah, every third floor, right? Not the main, just dungeon chest. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. But 172 delves and up? Gross. Yes, gamifying YouTube would be awesome, but that would imply that YouTube acknowledges their content creation for games. Because let's be real, YouTube's making their bank off of music videos and stuff. Oh, right, I'm trying to kind of do this. It's funny because just the other day I saw like a sales report for Nvidia, and people were laughing, saying like how, you know, everyone dogs on Nvidia because it's like, oh man, they're so bad for all their video game graphics cards and all this stuff. And what was it? It was something like they made like $3 billion off of like the gaming market, but then they made 32 billion off of like intelligence, like central intelligence. Because basically their, you know, their cards are being bought up by like Hollywood and like big time game companies and stuff, and things that are unrelated to video games, just to do with AI garbage. But I just thought it was funny because, you know, it's like everyone's got this perspective where it's like they're the only ones. Like, oh, Nvidia sucks because my experience of it is bad. When it's like, no, we're the gamers. They don't care. Yeah, data center. Sorry, that was like the main thing that it was about. Like it goes in, yeah, it goes into the data centers and stuff first, and then it trickles down to gaming. Exactly. But the only reason it kind of came up is I was reading up on that. Okay, cool. But then there was also the Call of Duty now has ads in the game. No surprise, you know, we knew that they were going to try and milk it as much as they could. But it's pretty funny how like the big time corporations are literally going to make what was that one movie, Ready Player One, where the bad guy was just trying to monetize the hell out of the game. Little did any of us know that the irony is that is what the top gaming industry is like. Basically, EA Games was the bad guy in that movie. The costume I have is the costume from the New Year pack. So it won't be around until next, like, December, January. Yep, I know Amazon Prime has ads, and the thing that sucks is you pay for it and then you still get ads. If it's gonna have ads, why can't I just watch Amazon Prime for free right now? Isn't that the whole point? But no, get a membership and still see ads. I mean, Netflix does that too, so does Disney Plus with their lower tiered memberships. And then they put billions of dollars towards some movie that's just slop and gonna flop. And then they're like, oh guys, sorry, we spent like $1 billion making this movie that sucks ass, so we're gonna have to increase the price of our Netflix membership. How about you stop making slop and just be a streaming service? Hey, Bobby. Right, I should be completing the objective while killing these. I keep forgetting. So anyway, for people that are just tuning in, I'm not actually that angry. Trust me. No, I mean, you guys know what we're doing. It's the stupid LUXION trials. We've been doing this crap all week. Let's be real. But what I'm gonna attempt doing today is, on top of fighting the invaders, we're gonna try and go into the next world. Like once I'm done with the grind, we're gonna go into the next world to D14, and then we're gonna go up to D15, so that we can hopefully save some flux on the stupid portal. But I think tomorrow I should finally be able to get the stupid LUXION egg, and then I was very swiftly reminded that I need to get a certain amount of signets in order to get the actual dragon, so we're not even getting the dragon this time. So fun. In fact, we're not even gonna get the dragon until maybe like half of the week is over next month with LUXION. I hate LUXION. I hate what they've done to him. LUXION always sucked because he was like just a garbage trash compactor, but oh my god. It's just so like not fun and just soul sucking, you know? Yeah, I saw that you ended up getting yours today, Spooky, which is cool. Just another thing to check off the list. It's so sad that's all this game's come to, man. Just check boxes, you know? Hopefully we get an actual worthwhile update soon, but yeah. Kind of sucks. Oh. What are you talking about, Kerbo? Yes, I use reshade to make the game actually look pretty, but seeing my face glow isn't because reshade, that's just because my room's so dark. Anyway, we're done with that objective, so let's start killing invaders. Hopefully this world's actually nice. Hey Dodge, what would be the ideal stats for a 20 kpr Solarian? Crit hit, crit damage, and physical damage? Yes. Not necessarily in that order. You want to get crit hit to 100%, and then otherwise, yeah, basically. Oh no, the reason that my face is red, that's not because the game's reflecting it onto my face. That's because I'm that mad. I'm just always mad. Also nice, Bobby. Still on that fantasy life grind. I hope I get to play it tonight, but I honestly doubt it. I was trying to beat Cubic Odyssey the other day, and then suddenly I got to the final planet, and then it was like, haha, joke's on you, there's 5 more objectives, and it was like, oh, okay. And then also, I haven't even had a chance to touch Elden Ring Night Rain, so hopefully I'll get to try that tonight, because I want to refund it. Or maybe I'll just really fall in love with it. But I doubt it. Most of all, like I said last stream, I really want to see, has it changed since I last played it? I did see the other day, Russian Badger finally posted his video on that Repo game. I'd never seen any gameplay on that Repo game since then. But it was like, oh, okay, I get why people like this. I wish I had friends to play it with. Oh. Finally got to Longshade. What should I do now? Uninstall. You beat the game, dude. No, you can keep grinding, or like me, you get so bored with Longshade that you just leave and don't even bother doing it. Why am I fighting normal enemies? Hello. Boo. My eyes, bro. Also, hey, Hams. Yeah, I am hoping to play more Fantasy Life, but if I'm being real, I almost finished it. I'm kind of trying to wrap up most of the games that I'm playing before the Switch 2. But yeah, Fantasy Life's been fun, really grindy. So, thank you, I appreciate it. I did max out Blacksmith, and I got nothing for it. I got a statue I can put in my town. Wow. I don't know. That kind of took a lot of the wind out of my sails, if I'm being honest. Wee, thank you. Hello, invaders. Where are you? Where are you chilling? No, I know. It's good that I got Blacksmith maxed out because now once I get the recipes, I can craft some of the best armor. But the problem is I gotta get out of the way and grind the recipes. Like, I already crafted Bobby some armor. He's starting to work on his crafting. I told him, like, he should work on Taylor or something because I can field the blacksmith. If he has Taylor maxed out, he can do Taylor stuff, you know? May as well, rather than all of us maxing them out, because that was rough, dude. Like, oh. I mean, I say that. I'm sure Bobby's just gonna max everything out. Yeah, you can do Carpenter if you want. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna bother maxing out one of the other crafters, but maxing out Blacksmith kind of forced me to get Tailor and Carpentry up because I had to forge up some of the stronger wood. So it wouldn't be as big of a grind for me to bother maxing out the other crafters, but I just want to play the game at this point. I feel like when I got down that rabbit hole of crafting, I just, you know, I disappeared. And I wasn't playing anymore. Yep, dad life, exactly. I mean, I always was the type of person that I would speedrun games anyways, but now more so than ever, it's like, I just gotta get it done and move on. Because I need to open up my schedule, because baby, haha. But I'm still hoping to be able to do some other video projects that I've been wanting to do, but haven't had the time for. That's why, like, we'll see what happens with Night Rain tonight when I play that. Because I'll probably just do that as like a one-off stream of me trying the game out and seeing how it is. But I'm fairly confident that my opinion on the game has not changed since the playtest. And then otherwise, I still got like a lot of our games that I have and want to play through. I just haven't had the time. And then the Switch is in like, bro, less than a week now. Adult life, time flies. Best way to get C5. I talked about it in some other videos, but essentially it's from the Gearcrafter boxes. You got to have a class at 45 KPR. So good luck with that. And then you gotta have the gear crafting maxed out. Otherwise, you can just grind either Delves or Geode and hope that you get lucky. But that's about it. Honestly, I won't recommend C5 unless you're actually strong and like truly at the end of the game. Because it's so expensive to level up and it's not really worthwhile as far as a gear upgrade. The update, the up stats kind of become very minuscule from that point on. It's not a huge power input, basically. Which technically, by the way, if you guys didn't see the last VOD yesterday, technically I can make another piece of Mystic gear. But Atro suggested that I would upgrade my weapon once instead, because it gives more of a PR boost than trying to get one of my other pieces into Mystic. So it was like, oh, okay. Sure. Hey, Saris. I'm calling it, Saris. When we get that Nintendo Direct in June, they're gonna shadow drop Metroid. Or if they shadow dropped it at Summer Games Fest, that would be huge. Because Nintendo usually saves everything for their own directs. I just want Metroid. Will I get 45k or a full set of C5 from daily dungeons? Wait, what? Oh, as like the option? One or the other? Yes. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually going to end up dropping in June. I would just assume they're going to shadow drop it because it still doesn't have a release date, and Pokemon does. Pokemon is, I think it was October 26th, they said. Which syncs up exactly with my own predictions. I've talked about this before, but basically you guys know how there's the current console bundle for the Switch 2 that comes with Mario Kart. Well, in the fine print, it says that that will end in the fall of this year. And I have a suspicion that Nintendo wants to completely outsell the Switch 2 again. Like after the first initial pre-orders, they're going to end up having a Pokemon bundle with the Switch 2, which would guarantee it's sold out for the rest of the year. It would be very smart for them to do that. Even though that Pokemon game looks like crap. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think so. My theory towards the shadow drop of Metroid Prime 4 is, as sad as it is to say, I don't think that Metroid's gonna sell that well. But I think if they do a shadow drop, there's more chance of them getting people hot off of the buying temperature that might have not otherwise played Metroid. And then we would also have, you know, a mature game, you know, for the launch of the Switch and stuff like that. It just would make sense to me. Even though the few people that I heard, you know, played the Switch 2 at the Nintendo event, they never played a Metroid game. But then after playing Metroid 4, they're like, oh, this game's actually really good. What the hell? And it's like, yeah, it's Metroid. There's a reason why the fans of Metroid are psychopaths. But again, for me, it's just the fact that we still don't have a release date for it. Kind of sussy. Sussy baka, as Kerbo would say. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. As much as like Mario Kart's gonna be like a new family game for like, you know, I'm excited to play it with my cousin, excited to play it with my wife. Mario Kart's gonna be hype and I'm gonna be super addicted to it, and it's probably gonna be like very, very much top 5 for my game of the year for sure. But what am I more excited for? Metroid and Donkey Kong. Because those just look like really good ass games, you know? And if Metroid can nail like the atmosphere, I really hope they go darker this time. I know that they probably won't, but I was watching like somebody speedrun Metroid on the Super Nintendo and just listening to the tracks and vibing with it, and it was just like, damn, dude, why don't we have that in 3D? Like, I know that they always have the dark vibes, but it's like, I'm really excited to see where they go with this Metroid. Because I still don't think I'm ever going to forget the Shadow Metroid boss in the Metroid Prime 1. He was always just so cool. Kind of gave me like Majora's Mask vibes. Metroid feels more popular than it really is. Especially because it created a game genre, right? Like, it's such an influential series, but then you look at the sales numbers and it's like, oh, what? Yeah, Prime 2's atmosphere was dark, unironically, because of the dark and light thing. And if I'm being real, I never played 3, because it was a Wii game. I played it, but I don't know, at the time I wasn't super into it. I still think we'll get Prime 2 on the GameCube emulator thing on the Switch. And then I'm very curious how they're going to give us Prime 3. Yeah, that's kind of what I noticed with Prime 3 was it was more about like the stupid motion control stuff, which I don't know. I wasn't super into it. I think it was also that it didn't have like as long a time to cook, maybe, versus I'm not saying the game was bad or anything. I haven't played enough of it. But versus Prime 4 where it's like, oh, you know this is going to be a good one. Like, it's going to be a Game of the Year contender for me. It might even just be Game of the Year just because I love Metroid that much. But we shall see. We've had a lot of bangers this year, but most of them have been like, how should I put it? We've had a lot of amazing video games, but we haven't really had anything that's been impactful, if that makes sense. Like, you know, something where it's like you feel something. Like, we had Assassin's Creed, great game. We had Kingdom Come, great game. Fantasy Life, great game. But Ghost of Yote, gonna be a work of art. Metroid, probably gonna be a work of art. It's Retro Studios, so I'm kind of biased towards them. I'm also extremely excited for the System Shock 2 remaster. Cubic Odyssey, I shouldn't undermine that as well. It's a pretty jank game, but it's very beautiful, and I quite enjoy the game loop. But part of me wants it done. Also, side note about voxel games. My buddy told me that the shaders for Minecraft are already on the Bedrock edition, but they're coming to Java, like vanilla shaders, which is pretty nuts when you think about it. Like, I knew it was coming to Bedrock, but I didn't think that it was already there. Just give me Minecraft Dungeons 2, please. Not to mention this year, we can potentially have Path of Exile 2's full release, right, guys? Sorry, I just had a little bit of a sneeze attack. I wasn't holding back my laughter. Prime 4 teasers make me think it's going to be more story-based, so maybe it'll have a dark atmosphere like Prime 2, which was a story game. Yeah, I think Metroid does its story best, though, when it's just part of the background, you know? But we'll see, because I did watch the Treehouse Live for Metroid just because I broke my rule. I thought, screw it, I want to see the gameplay. And it looks fantastic, but man, does it look... I get the feeling that it's like, oh, that's just the tutorial and it looks that good, you know? Like, even the first boss that they fight actually has like some pretty interesting mechanics, and I'm excited to see where they go with the rest of the game, suffice to say. We have gotten one new character in PoE 2 in like 4 months. I know, and yet somehow the game's supposed to have full release this year. What? Not to mention the last update was received overall very negatively and changed the Steam reviews to mostly negative. But no, they're totally gonna have the game fully released this year like they promised. They're not gonna delay it. Not at all. Hey, Zev. And they're also gonna completely fix the game and get their head out of their ass and start actually making the game like what it should be, which is an isometric Souls-like, not Path of Exile 1 again. Right, guys? Has rubber banding been fixed in this game? Kinda. It depends. When a new event hits and everybody's online, it still can get pretty bad in certain worlds. They're still working on migrating the servers to physical servers, if that's what you're asking. That's going to be a long process. Because they're going to have to change a lot of the infrastructure of how the game's set up. Yeah, no, don't. I know your ears are burning from PoE 2, but nah, don't worry about it. TLDR, the new league sucks, and the devs got to get with the times and actually make the game good. Instead of just copy and pasting features from PoE 1. Or hiding quality of life features behind monetization. Seriously, dude. The league comes out, is received so negatively that everyone just bounces back to PoE 1 or other games like Last Epoch, the far superior game. And then guess what they do? Out of all of this silence and not talking about anything, they slowly shift some numbers around. Okay, cool, and make people generally happier with the content. And then they randomly post, hey guys, we're going to add a new stash tab. No, I don't think so, dog. Fix your inventory. I'm not buying another stash tab, dude. So dumb. Hey, BQ. BBQ. Barbecue. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I love about PoE 2. There's a lot of things that I really don't like. Part of me wants to be optimistic, but I don't really have much experience with Path of Exile 1. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, oh no, the game is going to be cooked. Because, you know, that's what would happen with most developers. So I don't have any trust with GGG right now, just because I don't have experience of playing their games for years. But I do hope they get it under control and get it better. Because, oh my god. I would like to see them improve PoE 2 in a lot of ways. Me as well. I get that it's meant to be different and slower than PoE 1, but it seems excessive to me. I am kind of the opposite, though. So, there's a point to, like, I think you're generally the audience that they're going for, because obviously it's a sequel, so yes, it should just be the same thing. For me, I loved the fact that it was leaning more into being an MMO, like, Souls-like, because I don't like PoE 1. That said, I did eventually come to appreciate the maps, which were very much, you know, just copy and pasted from PoE 1, let's be real. But now with this new league, the game kind of seems like completely torn between, are you gonna make it a Souls-like or are you just gonna make PoE 1? Make up your mind. Because they're trying to do both and it doesn't work. Either way, I'm excited to see where it goes, but I just really hope that the devs get it together and just like deal with it. Because to me, I like the idea of it being a Souls-like, most of all because that's like a fresh new take. But they can't, you know, they can't do that when they have hordes of enemies just bum rush you and one-shot you. Because then the tactics kind of just goes out the window. Hey, Eyeless. So, I don't know, man. I know that as far as their audience is concerned, people probably like and want it to be more like PoE 1. But I've already seen way too many things that, in my opinion, they copy and pasted over from PoE 1 that don't fit in 2. I think the main problem is just that they haven't really improved upon any of the systems of PoE 1. They're literally just copy and pasting them over. And that's kind of what really pisses me off because it just comes off as lazy. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now with it. I will go back to the game eventually, but it's got to have a more substantial like update. Whether it be a new act or new class, or honestly, I might just wait for full release. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of on the fence too with PoE 2. I'll say I got my money's worth out of it, and I loved playing it for like the 300 hours that I did. But yeah, I'm not going back to it in a while. Most of all, like a lot of my core issues with the game, like beyond like the gameplay being completely like confused as to what it wants to identify itself as, I think that the biggest problems with the game are core issues that unfortunately will probably never be resolved, which I've already had videos discussing that. The inventory. It's one of the worst I've ever seen in that genre. The Necromancer. Jonathan wanted to make the best Necromancer in an isometric RPG. He happened to make the absolute worst. Like, those are kind of the two main, like, big topics for me that were just like, what are you doing? Not to mention the end game maps. They're pretty bad. I've heard stories from my friends that have played PoE 1 and they say, oh yeah, it used to be a lot better and stuff, so I'm hopeful. But yeah, just gonna wait. In the meantime, give me a Trove update that's actually not just LUXION slop, please. I still want a new class in this game like you wouldn't believe. And a fun, good one, please. But anyways, excuse the PoE rant. Give me the Switch 2 instead. Man, I know I talked about it before, but it's really lame that we don't get our star bar while we're in here. Genuinely. Oh my god, you know what? There we go, that's so much better. Whew. Starting to get pretty hot here in Canada. Not looking forward to sweating while streaming. Farming equals selling mats on marketplace. Yes. In both PoE and in Trove. Except in my case, I'm just trying to get the stupid dragon fragments. Which, come to think of it, we might actually already be okay. Let me take a peek. Depends how lucky we got. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. Okay, so 11 more. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be good. Where are we at? 6 more. So 1, 2. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have enough. Okay, well, it's a bit slower today, unfortunately. We are pretty close, but yeah, that was not that great. Can I just keep getting this guy's quest over and over? No, because that would make too much sense. Pretty hot here as well, got up to 100 degrees. Good lord. I don't know what that is in Celsius. I think that's like 30 for us, which, yikes, yeah. Took a walk. Yeah, I mean, I've been lately, like, I go for my walks at night now, just to cool off. And it helps. Because otherwise the sun kills me. My gamer skin just shrivels up. Okay, I'm getting out of this flashbang biome. Thank you very much. There's so many normal enemies. What the heck? Barely any invaders. Maybe the desert will be luckier. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Ha 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 ha. Sun is pretty hot on my skin at certain points, but overall satisfying. Yeah, for me, I just get burnt. I think it's my Irish DNA. I gotta lather myself, like just take a bath in sunscreen in order to actually go outside. But then I hate it because I feel all oily and gross. Too many of this big 3-star in the desert here, ruining my spawn rates, dude. I could go to D14, see how that is. It's probably gonna end up being too strong, but this is, oh, this is rough, dude. There's so few invaders. What the heck? I guess it's the luck of the draw. Because yesterday's portals were actually really nice. We were already done with the fragments at this point. Gonna be a longer stream tonight. Goody. I'm at D13 so that I can just kill the invaders because they're more efficient than going for the objective. Not these invaders. These ones are okay, but the big fat ones. Because they can drop the banner, and if you get enough of them, like, it's still faster than doing the LUXION trial. But unfortunately, I'm just very unlucky. There he is. There's one. But my plan is that we'll bump up into D14. I'll complete that quest, and then we'll do the D15. And then that should hopefully give me the amount that I need. In fact, I can start working on that now, if I'm being honest. Because this will save me some flux, so that I don't have to craft another stupid portal. I'm grinding a Minecraft mod pack. Ugh. Oh god, excuse my yawns. I'm not even that tired. With your stream in the background, I like hearing people rant in the background while I play chill games like Minecraft. Ah, yes. Oh. It better not cost me to go to the next world. It better automatically open one. Yes, it does. Why doesn't it just spit me in? Weird. Also, yes. There's no point dodging on Shadow Hunter because of the stupid movement speed cap. It's so fun. It's so fun. Oh my god. In Fantasy Life, you unlock the ability to make a museum to sell stuff to your allies. Oh, okay. That's cool. I kind of had a feeling because the achievement says like about selling something to someone, and I kind of had a suspicion. I was like, is this player trading? Or are you talking about like your NPC allies, Bobby? Like they'll go in there and buy it. What has stupid Digsley got for me in this world? Nothing that I need. Yep. Later, Zevi. Okay, NPCs can buy stuff. No, that's still pretty cool. I had a feeling there was something cool tied to the artist. that was going to end up being like the intended way of making money instead of just selling stickers. Still too little too late. Who cares? I don't need it, but that's neat. He returns. Come here, dum-dum. See, there's a decent amount of invaders in this world. Especially this spot right here. Trying to remember that spot in the top right. Why'd they nerf movement speed? It's the core ability of Shadowhunter and Neon Ninja. They didn't nerf movement speed per se. In this world, in the stupid Trials of Luxion, your jump and movement speed are capped. And so you have to get like this stupid upgrade item that literally disappears in 3 hours. Regardless of if you're offline or not. It's just another dumb way that they can try and add value to the plethora of items in here that nobody cares about. Because Jim worked really hard on it. Don't get me wrong, the idea of the Trials of Luxion is pretty cool. Like a roguelike dungeon area. Neat. Most of all, it was a lot better when it was on the test server. And then, you know, if it was every week, then there wouldn't be the FOMO. And then it would still be time gated. But at least it would be fun. Instead of the way it is now where it's just every month this shows up for 1 week and then is gone. Like, absolutely stupid. Man, there are a good amount of invaders on this one. It's generated. Very nice. Might have to stay in this one. No. They didn't end up like nerfing movement speed at all across the board. Like, it's just another parasitic designed area that literally has like its own mechanics and own progression, completely segmented off from the rest of the game. In typical Trove fashion. There was a couple more invaders last time. I see his gun. Is he here? Not this time, I guess. That gun might have been there from last time, actually. But okay, let's complete this, I guess. Look out, dude. He's riding over the hill to kill me. You know what? I'm going to leave the gear here, too, because it's kind of a good marker. This is where an invader was. And it's not like I need it. Yes, Kerbo, do it. Yeah, speaking of Minecraft, I was thinking about it today. Kind of randomly getting a craving for it. Maybe I'll, depending how long Cubic Odyssey takes to beat, maybe I'll start a Minecraft series again. we'll see, no promises. By the time I'm done with Cubic Odyssey, I might be busy with the Switch. But I'm playing a tech mod in Minecraft that allows me to automate everything to progress. Yeah, which one is that called again? I don't remember, but yes, those ones are the most dangerous of mods. Hey, AK. If you ever played Satisfactory is another one that does automation really well. And one of the most dangerous games that I've ever played was Factorio. Which Satisfactory is basically Factorio, but a first-person game. So it's a lot more appealing to most people, whereas Factorio is top-down. With some beautiful pixel art. Oh, the Create mod. Yep. But yeah, Satisfactory, oddly enough, didn't click with me. Factorio did, and I had to force myself to stop playing it. I'm not kidding. One day I would love to have like a Factorio server. Okay, was that already the outer rings? I think we're done with all of the quests, right? No, never mind. Faye is the outer ring. My bad. I got my own mod pack. Not super large, but it's pretty decently big. About 200 mods in it right now. Nice. Too many mods. Not fun. I know I had my mod pack as well that I think D put online. The one that we were using in the Ronancraft server. I'm very particular with the mods that I choose though. For me, I don't really like changing the vanilla aspect of the game too much. But I will always take quality of life. Just give me Hightail, right guys? Right? Right guys? Yeah, unfortunately, as far as like modded Minecraft, like, and the Create mod and stuff, it's pretty expensive to host a server with a big mod like Create. Pretty expensive. I mean, it'd be like probably what, 20 bucks a month or something, but still it's like not something that I have a super big desire to do, especially now that I'm a new dad. I don't have the time. I wish that I did. There's a lot of games that I really wish I could just play with the boys and just keep grinding, but you know, myself and most of my other homies are just busy with life stuff, so it happens. Silent Gear, never heard of that one. That one sounds cool. I did try modded Terraria, yes. I had a very short series on it that got canceled right away. I will admit though that Terraria is one of those games that I enjoy making playthroughs on it, like in video form. It's really fun for me to record it and like have all the cuts and everything and whatever. And every now and then everyone forces me to replay it again and again and again. But as far as like the actual game is concerned, I'm not the biggest fan, honestly. Like I enjoy it when I'm playing it, but then as soon as I beat the final boss, it's like, okay, I'm done. And so modded Terraria, being an unbalanced, ungodly mess that it is, I was just like, yeah, no. I think the main thing for me, what I strongly dislike about it is how you almost have to have the wiki open next to you. And I'd prefer just discovering things for myself. But the game doesn't really allow you to do that. That's what I did appreciate about that Tinkerlands game, is almost everything was told within the game, except for like maybe one or two spots that were stupid and cryptic. But Silent Gear's a mod that uses a combination of vanilla Minecraft materials, thermal foundation materials, and its own custom materials. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if it just expands upon vanilla, that's always fun. My main issue is that a lot of things in Minecraft are just kind of, or at least a lot of things with Minecraft mods are very unbalanced and very broken. You know, there'll be like, oh, roguelike dungeons mod pack, and it's like, oh, this is cool, but there's gear from a different mod pack that's in this game that is literally 10 times better than the gear that I just crafted. So why bother crafting? And thus is the problem with modded Minecraft. Hey, Rants. New to this game and I'm loving it. Nice. Welcome aboard. Tell me how you feel about the game in a few months. When you hit the wall. Tinker's Construct is a really good mod pack. There's like a lot of things that I like about, what was that one? Thermage or something? Thermage? I don't know what the hell it's called. But it was one that had like wizardry stuff and the alternate dimensions and things. A lot more enchanting and junk. Silent Gear lets you craft smaller parts to a tool and replace them once you get better ones. Oh, I know exactly which one you mean. Okay, yeah, that one's great. I really like that mod. I watched, I forget who was playing with a mod pack with it. I think it was Ethos modded series before he canceled it. Now the question is, do we just go into the next biome already? Do we have enough that we will guarantee ourselves the fragments? I do not know. Let's see. So I need... do this. One more. And then how many do I need? 2. Yay. Let's see. Hopefully we got some of them. Yay. I think it's safe to say we can just go into D15. Was that it, or do I need one more? One more. Yikes. Okay, sweet. Now I need like 300, I think. 300 Venturine, just raw. And then we'll be done. And then I can hopefully start streaming some Night Rain. Which, by the way, I think is really funny that they devs put out a notice saying like, oh, if you got a really good PC, Night Rain might not run well. It was like, what? Okay. Oh, this is gonna be pain. I now have popcorn. Ah, beautiful. No, I know, it doesn't make any sense. Why would a stronger PC cause problems? But let's be real, FromSoft doesn't know how to optimize games. Look at the difficulty spike, man. Look at this. Look at how much stronger they are. I mean, obviously, I'm just standing up here like an idiot, but I just don't want them to drain my flask. So dumb. I probably, in hindsight, I should have stayed in that last world and just kept grinding invaders, because that was a good world. There was a lot of these guys. And I could have stocked up so that my grind tomorrow was lessened. But no, I had to move forward because I'm obsessed with moving forward. I wonder if... Okay, who do I got strong right now? It looks like Draco. I should... I'm not going to do it right now. I should swap everything over to Tomb Raiser because then I don't got to think. And then I can just like slowly kill D15 with my babies. I'll try and do that after the stream. Because it's going to be a long one today, boys. Still got a long way to go for this grind. I should have... Yeah, I really should have been smart. I should have just... I should have got the amount of fragments that I needed from the previous world so I didn't have to do this world's quest. But, oh well. I really like to move forward. Plays Trove for a decade. Yeah, but it's got forward momentum, bro. That's what I mean. And it's not my fault that I'm stuck playing Trove. It's YouTube's fault. Also, I still enjoy this game because it delivers the same grind that a lot of other games deliver, but with this one, I got history. That's the thing. For me, like, it's super simple for a game to be fun for me. I just gotta have, like, forward momentum, and then I'm good. At least in terms of the grind. Am I actually earning rewards? Am I getting anything worthwhile in Trove? No. Hey, Leo. At least we don't got some Garbo biomes in here, though. Faye will be pretty easy. Candy can be good. It depends. Yes, I'm wasting a portal. I don't care. Middle ring. Oof. Yeah. Wait, is it 75 per? Oh, it is. Okay. So... Yeah, okay. I'm stupid. I needed 350. My bad. Yes, I used a calculator because my brain is very small right now and I just don't care. Dad brain. Math is hard. I think next time LUXION comes around, I'll probably grind a lot of it off camera rather than doing it in streams. The main reason why I like doing the VODs for this week in particular, though, is because I want to see, like, I want to look back on the VODs and see how long it took. I think it's roughly going to take, like, maybe 10 or 12 hours worth of grinding in order to get the egg. Just the egg, not the rest. But I feel like everyone's getting pretty bored of LUXION, myself included. But here's the grind, lol. Thank you, Die. The music's nostalgic, but I don't know if I'll get back to grinding unless they start making things reasonable. Yes, I agree. I still enjoy Trove at its core level, like, just the gameplay is so fun for me. But, yeah, these are some pretty unsatisfying grinds, dude. Main thing, like, I was getting excited about getting the dragon the other day, and then I was like, oh... I actually still have to grind, like, freaking another additional 8 hours just to get the stupid, like, Venturine donuts that I need to craft the dragon up. Like, okay, cool. That's fun. Oh, hey, Kodan. Kodan just raided on Twitch. Yay. I feel blessed. Now you guys can get bored with me. Oh, God, I hate LUXION, dude. Why, like, was there nobody in internal testing that, like, tried this out and was like, yeah, this isn't fun, Jim? Ah. Oh, nice, Cotton. Yeah, I'll check my emails. I don't know, it might have got thrown into spam or something, but I'll check after, for sure. The mod that I'm using to detect bosses is just the definitive boss radar mod. Enjoy your night, bless your newborn. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. What a lovely comment. Oh, did I complete this stupid objective? Thank God. Now let's do it again. I'm dead inside. Hey, Impulse. The Impulse? No. I wish. First time dropping in a stream, just started. Bleh. First time dropping in a stream, just started playing the game again, but from a fresh account. Because I used to be on console. Do you think I need martial arts stuff in the hub? I don't think it's super mandatory, if I'm being honest. You most of all just go for it because you need the mastery and the power rank from just having another profession maxed out. I think there's like maybe one food item people use out of it, but generally speaking, the best food items are out of the fishing, which, bleh. I know that the martial arts, if you really want to wait, like if you plan on playing Trove long term, wait for the Heck Bug event. Because that's when you can really just speed run the martial arts. Because this last Heck Bug event, they had positive karma drop out of it. So it was really, really quick and easy to grind the profession up. Did you hear Maple Story 2 got completely shut down yesterday on all regions? Really? Damn, dude. That's so sad. Man, Maple Story 2 could have been something like super special with the North American version if those devs weren't stupid. Surprised that it's shut down on all regions, including like Korea, though. Jeez. There is still that stupid fan server, but those guys are a scam. Basically, if you want to get anything out of the cash shop skins, you have to donate to them to get the currency for the cash shop, which isn't that genuinely like plagiarism? Like, that's not their content. They can't charge money for it. Nexon should know and sue them. Do you genuinely still enjoy playing Trove? Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't be playing it. Case in point, I had Warframe on the channel, I had Destiny on the channel. Both of those games, eventually I got bored, so I stopped playing them. Arguably, it would have been smarter YouTube-wise for me to keep playing those games because they had a bigger user base than Trove. But Trove's still just one of my favorite games. Like, as much as I dog on the game and as much as there are a lot of problems with this game, I still just enjoy the core gameplay. Like the fact that we've got a third-person action game that is an MMO and it's voxels and like beautiful is like, it's a pretty big deal when you think about it, even if the devs have slowly, you know, not given us what we actually want out of it. But somebody did something right. Oh my God. Knockback sure as heck isn't what they did right, though. I do miss a lot of the old days, though, and not just nostalgia talking. Like, I miss CTF, I miss PvP. I liked Bomber Royale when it first came out. I don't like it anymore. It's boring and just full of bots. And then so much of the grind has just become like, oh, now you gotta grind C5 gear. Now you gotta grind Mystic gear. And it's like, what happened to the fragment system? Why did we not get Stellar Souls anymore? Like, give me Crystal 1 Souls. Because I feel like that would, at the very least, be a really good Band-Aid fix for progression. Because then it's like, oh, I could slowly guarantee myself Mystic gear if I just unboxed a bunch of C5s, you know? As to what I would actually want from this game in my dream scenario, that's a whole other story. I would want it to be a loot system like Diablo or Path of Exile. They're not allowed to make private servers for MapleStory to begin with. Nexon hates that. Oh, then somebody should let Nexon know. Because, yeah, they're still doing that. If it was just like a server for people to just mess around and try to keep the preservation of the game up, okay, cool. But the fact is they're trying to make a profit out of it. Out of other people's hard work, which is scummy for me. And then Impulse saying, sounds like a plan. Been watching since 2018. Nice. I'm old, I know. I think back when Shadow Towers was one of the harder things to do in the game. Love the content, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm still on the grind. Dad gamer playing baby Trove game. Please God give me a new class or something to do other than LUXION. Please die. Just stop. Thank you. Also, yes, I'm on my Shadowhunter in D15 because I wasn't actually here grinding it. I was in D13 grinding the invaders. To prevent knockback, up your stability. Except it doesn't help as much as you think. And that would mean me sacrificing actual stats that matter. The funny thing is there's that one piece of food that gives you like 500 stability or something. Guess what it does? Nothing. Because the stability stat doesn't scale properly. Because nobody on the dev team tested it. Sorry, I just genuinely, with a fervent fury, have always hated knockback in this game. It doesn't add anything, and in fact, it just causes more issues with the lag. Especially when you get knocked around like a freaking ping pong ball, dude. Why no more colorful hair? Bro, the wigs are long dead. They've been gone a long time. I did put them on during like another stream just for funsies the other day, but then it was like, nah. I don't know. I'm not the type of person that gets suckered by nostalgia. Again, referring to my, it must be forward momentum. We're almost there, by the way. Oh my god. I just need a couple more enemies, but this biome is not being nice. And I'm not fighting the toilet seats. And I don't need those guys. So I gotta stop fighting them. There we go. You I will kill, because you will help me tomorrow. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta get like a magic class set up for this. Like if I had my Tomb Raiser, maybe. Be a good way that I could just clear out a lot of these mobs when I get here into D15. I also need to start using my flask more, because I tend not to. Die, you stupid toilet seat. Okay, do we have enough? Ugh. Ugh, just barely. Maybe I'll have enough out of the, these? Yeah, I think so. Oh my god, that's it. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. I need that other depth core. I don't need it that bad, but I do need it. Do you... When you turn the reward in, do I just get it right away? Accept your reward. Yeah, let's see. I accept my reward. Aha! Take that, you stupid game. Tries craft the sky or sea primordial dragon. In my opinion, the water dragon would be best just because it's got the highest block damage in the game. It leaves water, which kind of sucks, but it's good for blasting your way into dungeons and stuff. Can I get astral echoes for divinity? What? Like for lunar souls? What do you, or despoiled divinity? Is that what you mean? Because no, I don't think so. No, I know Primal as far as saying my bad about stability. No, it acts like that's a stat that will prevent knockback in the game. Yes, but it really doesn't make as much of a difference as it should. Okay, anyway, let's continue a little bit here and get my stupid daily out of the way because for some reason LUXION does not complete my star bar, which is so fun. Oh, sorry. You're talking about the using Despoiled Divinity to get the Astral Echoes. Oh, from the NPC. Yeah, you're right, Leo. That is a thing. Yes. Yeah, Impulse. Basically, like what we were doing was the Trials of Luxion is basically the replacement to Luxion. You guys on console don't have the update yet. Thank God. Because it basically like, I have a video that kind of talks about it in more detail, but essentially you go in there, you complete his quest, you get a new resource called Venturine, not to be confused with Adventurine, and then you can end up buying Luxion's items for that new resource and more dragon coins than he initially costed for items. And Luxion is there for a week, slowly rotating out his shop every day, and then come weekly reset, he is gone for a month. I hate it. It's stupid. It's dumb. Oh, the Luxion update is on console now? Oh, okay. Nobody told me that. And I don't main console anymore, so I went, no. Thanks for letting me know. Well then, enjoy the pain. Actually, no, you're right, because I think they talked about that in the, not the community letter, but there was that other, like, update letter. Yeah, I forgot about that. What is this? Oh, this one. You know what? Let's do this dungeon for funsies and nostalgia's sake. Just because who doesn't like ice physics? Me. A lot of people really like stability on melee classes like Boomer and Vanguard. Yes, I don't doubt it. I'm sure it makes a difference. Just difference between challenge delve easy and challenge mode gateways. The items you get out of it, the resources. You'll get more out of a normal challenge delve. Because I think the easy one starts at a lesser floor, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the only real difference. Sorry, it's been probably like close to a year since I grinded like actual delves. Maybe longer than that. I know I've gone into the delves because of events. But I especially have poo brain now with baby Leon, so. And this biome flashbanging me. Oh, hello. Oh, you're on PC Impulse? Right, you mentioned that earlier, sorry. I got mixed up. Yes, the new LUXION is not... people are very conflicted about it, but the devs put it in anyway, and then keep posting community letters saying, we're doing this for you guys, even though they're not actually listening to our feedback that say, this sucks. Why did you add this? What's this game about? Bro. Although I highly doubt that you're just a random person coming in. Nothing against you. I think just YouTube as a platform is just, yeah, right. Imagine that. A new subscriber. Couldn't be me. But no, it's basically a free-to-play voxel MMO. Action game. Big focus on verticality. That'd be like my elevator pitch for the game and why I still enjoy it. Because there's still nothing like it. For better or worse. And as many issues as I have with this game, at least it's not a generic Korean grindy MMO that gets boring after a week. Even though some people would say the opposite. But I still think Trove's one of those games that it's like 25% awesome, and then maybe another 25% great, another 25% jank, and another 25% like just stupid. Oh, and maybe like another 25% wasted potential. Is this the dungeon where you... Do I blast my way in? Oh, that was my origin portal. Oops. There it is. Which one's the boss? Oh, God. I don't even know anymore. Die. Let's stay in Fae. No. Also, yes, Shadowhunter, in my opinion, is one of the best speed farmers, just because you can blast straight through walls, which is funny that most people don't seem to realize that's a thing. But it combined with the definitive boss radar mod, yes, very quick kills. Or in that case, I just knew the general area where the boss was. I should be, like, if I wanted to be, like, super uniform, I would actually be destroying the chest too, because that gets me gear crafter boxes, but I think I'm fine. And since I'm not going to open those, let's be real. Oh, my daily's done. Okay, good. Buh. Yeah, volatile velocity is the big one, because it gives you basically 45% more range. But you still gotta kill things when they're at like maybe 40 to 35 as far as their distance in order to actually get the claim and still get the loot, especially. Thinking about trying Persona 4 Golden. Have you tried any of the series? No, and I don't plan to. It's not my thing. JRPGs are... I'm not the biggest fan of them. That's why, like, I want to try that Expedition 33 because I keep hearing how good it is, but... I don't know, man. Wait, okay. I gotta try and... Oh, a spinner fragment. Wow. I gotta try and figure out how many of these am I gonna need for tomorrow. Yes, that was my bones. Definitely like Shadowhunter for speed farming, but I prefer Vanguard. Yeah, to each their own. I would always recommend play the class that you enjoy. Nope, stop that. Thank you. Okay. I only need 4 more fragments tomorrow. I need to really remember that so that I don't accidentally craft more of them. Because chances are I probably will. Anyways, guys. Time to wrap up. Thanks again to Coden for the raid on Twitch. Appreciate it. Thanks to you guys for coming out on the YouTube side and, you know, the few of you that were on the Twitch side in general. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, set myself up, and stream some Night Rain. I'm not going to be doing that on Twitch, though. I'm just going to be streaming on the YouTube side of things. And more than likely, I'm just going to try it out and maybe refund. We'll see. But I'll be doing a Night Rain stream on YouTube if you guys are interested. Anyways, have a good one.